Ladies, this episode is going to make you insanely magnetic to the masculine. He's going to be completely obsessed with you.
Yes, and ladies, I'm here to give you the masculine perspective on how men think.
So stay to the very end because I'm going to give you my magnetic feminine energy formula that makes men completely obsessed with you. But before that, I have some questions for you, honey. So, we coach a lot of women,
Mm,
and a lot of times women get caught up in things that aren't that important to the masculine. You think that he cares about this and he doesn't.
mm,
And then there's other things that are actually really
yes.
important to the masculine that maybe you're not thinking about. So, I thought we'd have some fun. I'm going to ask you some questions, and then I need you to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 on how important is this for men. And I know you coach men, so I know
Yes,
this is not just your opinion, but
exactly.
the men that you coach.
And ladies, this is for men that want to get married and not just hook up with you.
Okay, this is gonna be so good, babe.
Yes.
So he doesn't know these questions. All right, are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so how important is it for the man that her finances are in order?
For a man, her finances being in order, and when I'm talking about order, I mean everything's lined up.
Yeah.
You know where everything's going. Everything, you have all the accounts set up to, and like most men think. But for
Yeah.
most men, your account being super in order is probably at about a 3.
Mm,
Men don't expect you in this area to take over because a man, most of the healthy masculine energy men that are looking to get married are going to come in and take over that area within the relationship. So as long as you have things in some sort of order, you know which accounts you have, just the basic things. Men are good with it because I'm saying so often where men will come in and I don't care if you're in debt, where you have, you're not paying bills on time, whatever the case is, they'll come in, take over that area, get you
mhm,
back on track
mhm.
in that area and moving forward. Make sure that's not a burden for you. So it's probably at about a 3 for
Okay.
most men because they'll come in and take over that.
Yeah, and the reason why I'm bringing this up right away is because this can create a lot of shame for women where they don't even want to date, they don't want to do
Mm,
anything cuz like maybe they're behind on their taxes
yeah.
or they have debt or whatever it is, and that really doesn't matter to the masculine. Of course you want to do the best you can.
Yes.
I was not in a great situation before my husband came into the picture. I was doing the best I can,
Yes.
right? At that time, being a single mom with 4 kids, but things were not in order.
Mm,
And I'll be honest, and this is why I'm bringing this up,
mm,
because I don't want you to be so bogged down with
mm-hmm,
shame that you feel like you can't date or you're not worthy for a man to want to be with you
mm-hmm.
if you don't have everything in
Yes.
order in your life.
Yes.
Okay, that's really good. Okay, how about this? She has a BBL or she has a really big booty. How important is that to men?
For a healthy masculine energy man
Yeah.
that's looking to get married to a wife,
Hmm.
that's really not important. I'll say about a 2, maybe a 3.
Okay.
It's super low because not because, they don't want to spend money on you to help you
Yeah.
look better, but men that are looking for wives don't need that. Men love how you look, but
Mhm.
that's not something that's a prerequisite for a woman to have a BBL because honestly, most men that look at women with BBLs are like, okay, that's, what makes you need to get that, or
Mhm.
what type of guys are you trying to attract,
Mhm.
because you know what comes with it as a man. And if that's a big time attention seeker,
Mhm.
men don't want to be around. Now if you're just built a certain way, then
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you're going out to get that, it's usually for a purpose.
Mhm.
And just because you met them doesn't mean that perfect purpose ends. You could still be seeking that attention from different type of men, and certain type of men want women with BBLs, and most of them are men that are looking for situationships, a hookup instead of a wife. So it's
Mhm.
really low, about a 2 or 3 that you have a BBL for a man, a healthy masculine energy man.
And this is so good. The reason why I bring this up is because sometimes women, especially, you want to attract amazing men, you're working out, you think you need to look perfect. You think you
Mm,
need to have the perfect body
yes.
dimensions. And I was like that. And I had to free myself from that. I find this is before my husband came to the picture where I finally gave that up and I was like, you know what, Tosh? You are the right type of pretty for your husband. Your husband is going to love your body
Yes.
frame. You don't need to kill yourself at the gym to try to look perfect. And so, of course, I still take care of myself. I love how I look. and I'll continue to do that. But I really did set myself free from thinking that I need to look perfect and have
Mm.
like the perfect body
Yeah.
dimensions. And I have to say, I'm so grateful for my husband
Yes.
because since the time we first met, he's always made me feel
Mm.
so
Yes.
comfortable
Yes.
around my body and not feeling like I need to be
Yes.
perfect. And yeah, so thanks, honey.
Ah, no problem.
Okay, one of our viewers asked this question, so I'm going to throw
Mm.
this one in here.
Okay.
How important is it for the woman to have her own natural hair?
Yeah, we hear so much about this,
Yeah,
and you have men that like different things. But overall, first off, most men don't know if you're wearing your natural hair, if you're wearing a
exactly.
wig, if you're wearing
Yeah.
extensions. But for the most part, most men that I've talked to, most men that I've coached, it's probably somewhere around a 3 or 4.
Mm,
Men aren't super concerned about is that your natural hair. What they're more concerned about most of the time is how does that hair look on you?
mhm, mhm.
How good do you look with your hair? And so men aren't, saying, okay, I want this Afro queen. That's not all men. You just
Yeah.
have some that may like it, but overall, 30 to 40% of men really care about that. Most men want to make sure you look good.
Yeah, and so typically men do prefer women that have flowy hair.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this a lot on our channel and in our programs
Yes.
where we help you boost your attractiveness. And it doesn't matter if you have braids, you got
Yep.
extensions, you got locks, you got a wig,
Yep.
you got natural, straight hair, whatever. That part does
Yes.
not matter
Yes.
in our experience coaching
Yes.
men and what they want. It's really about, does it look good on you?
Yes.
Do you feel good? Yeah.
So true.
Okay, next one. Her degree or job title. How important is that to the man?
Well, just a PSA.
Yeah.
Don't lead with that. Men, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's not really important to men if the CEO, CFO, BBO, whatever, whatever acronyms you want to
Yeah.
use. It's not as important, if you have your MBA, your, MD, PhD, that's,
GD.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
GED. It's really probably about a 2, 3, what level of education you have or what your job title is.
Mm-hmm.
Because men, most healthy provider energy men that are looking to get married aren't coming in to get on your back. Um, they're not coming. We can keep that.
Yeah, they are coming for
I
that.
know. That's why I have to change it. They're not coming in so you can lead them. So,
Yeah.
whatever degree or finances you have, they can just ride your coattail and just
Yes.
allow you to lead in that area. Now, men appreciate women
Mm-hmm.
that have taken the time to go out and get degrees, women that have
Yeah.
taken time to start businesses,
Yeah.
women that have taken time to move up in the company, but it's not a prerequisite for
Mm-hmm.
men. I know men that are making 6, 7 figures that are married to women that aren't making 50K.
Yeah.
That and so it's not a big deal. So it's probably about a 2 or 3. It's more about who you are, how you present yourself,
Mm-hmm.
what you're leading with. Are
Mm-hmm.
you a wife? Do you have qualities, certain qualities that they're looking for more than it is about your degree, what your job title is? Because a lot of times when women lead with that,
Mm-hmm.
it takes away the polarity because it
Yeah.
almost feels like a competition. You're trying to prove something to him by letting him know that this is who you are instead of showing him who you are in your energy.
And also, there's the flip side of that where the woman is making more money than the man.
Yeah.
And if you don't make it a big deal, he's not going to make it a
Yep.
big deal. The only time that becomes an issue and it destroys a polarity,
Mm.
because he can be in his provider
Yeah.
energy even if you make more money than him. But it's all about how you are coming
Yes.
across towards him,
Yes.
your energy towards him.
Yep.
We know a lot of women that will rub that in his face
Mm.
that you make more money, you're the breadwinner, you're that. That will
Yes.
destroy
Quickly.
quickly, and it's
Yes.
very hard to come back from
Yes.
that one. That will completely destroy the polarity.
Yes.
But you can still lean into your magnetic feminine energy as a woman and have a provider husband
Yes.
who takes care of all the bills and makes sure you're good even
Mm-hmm.
if you bring in more money or you
Yes.
have a higher paying job than him.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
definitely not about how much you make.
Right.
I mean, it's not about your title
Yeah.
or anything like that. It's about your energy and how you present yourself as a
Mm-hmm.
wife more
Yeah.
than, making sure he knows that you making sure that he knows that you're overseeing 20 people at work.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to hear about all that.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything
Yeah.
for the polarity in the relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so good. Okay, how about this? Her breath.
Oh. And look, when you said the breath, automatically I smelled yours, which was good. So
Okay, good.
we're on point over here.
Yeah.
It's funny how the mind and the brain
Yeah,
works
yeah.
when we start talking, but breath is right up there at a 9.
Mm.
I mean, 9 slash
Mm.
9.5.
9.999.
Yes, exactly. It's super high, and the reason is it lets us know a lot about how you take care of yourself. And even mentioning how you take care of other areas.
Your kitty cat,
Yeah.
ladies. Guys, think about that
Yes,
stuff.
how you're taking care of
Yeah.
that, and that and this and what it does is it can cause us to not be attracted to you. I don't care how good you look. I don't care if you're a model or whatever the case is. You can be working and on TV, whatever the case is. If your breath is reeking, then automatically it does something to our nervous system.
That's true.
It causes us to feel uneasy.
Mm.
And men will think about all type of stuff like, okay, how do I present her when I'm going out? I'm introducing her. Is her breath gonna be stinking? When I'm talking to her, can I kiss her? Is her breath going to be smelling? Do I have to hold my nose in when I'm around her? And men won't be rude in most cases. So you might not even know if you're dating someone and you're like, okay, everything was going well. What happened?
Yeah.
Check your personal hygiene. That's always something that you
Yeah.
want to lead and make sure that that's on point, because if that breath isn't, then most men like myself, thankfully I didn't have that issue and neither did she.
Yeah.
Most men won't want to be around you. It could even stop opportunities in business. It's
Yeah.
just a lot because men look at that as part of your femininity, being
Yeah.
able to take care of yourself, your breath, and other areas as well.
Okay, I'm adding another one. I didn't ask you this one before. What about body hair?
Body hair.
Since we're talking about hygiene and odors
Exactly.
and all that, what about body hair, honey?
Well, body hair, that's
Or
a
is that like a personal preference
well,
for
all of
guys?
it's personal preference, but I think body hair, men, most healthy provider energy men, and I always like to preface it with that.
Okay, okay.
Most of them, as long as you're taking care of yourself, we understand that you may go a couple of weeks, you may miss an appointment, you're not able to get that hair taken off, but we don't want a werewolf. We don't want a werewolf. So it's probably around a 6
Oh man.
of level of importance,
Yeah.
right? Especially in the areas that show all the time.
Yeah.
The areas, and men, even those special areas as well. A lot of men like those areas to be clean as well. But as long as you have a consistent appointment, like, okay, I have this sugaring appointment, I have
He's
this,
using all my
yes,
examples.
I have this
He knows my appointments.
hair removal appointment, great. If you're consistent with it, you get a pass. But if you're not consistent with it, every time they see you, your hairs are super hairy, your legs are super hairy, your arms, you gotta, and this is more on the hormone side.
Yeah.
But if you have a mustache and a beard,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
that does something to a man. And it's not good. So you want to make sure you get
Oh,
get
man.
shaped. No, not even shaped up. Go get shaved. Deal with your hormones.
That's a PCOS
Yes,
issue.
I know
If
it
you got
is.
facial hair, we
Yes,
understand that, and of course, come talk to me because I help
yes,
women reverse
yes.
PCOS.
But facial
Yeah.
hair, that's usually a no-no for men. So,
Yeah.
facial hair and like a lot of hair on your legs or under your arms. It's probably about a 7 or 8. Men don't like any hair, like, that's a masculine trait.
Yeah.
To be hairy in other areas outside of your head.
Yeah.
It's a masculine trait. So
Yeah.
I'll take it up to a 7, 8.
That was so funny. Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay. Next question. What about if she has kids? How much does that matter to the man
If she
when
has
he's
kids,
looking for a wife?
yeah, when he's looking for a wife, and I can use myself as an example, but most men that I talk to, it's probably somewhere around a 4, 5. And the reason I say that is men understand, especially the men that I talk to, understand that when you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you've lived life, you've probably been in relationships, you've been in relationships that didn't work out, or maybe some mistakes were made, or maybe you planned it, whatever the case. So they understand that. And even me, myself, coming in, it wasn't on my list. I wasn't looking for a single mom. You know, some men look for a single mom. No, I was looking for a wife,
Yeah.
and whatever the wife came with, I was open to.
Mm.
So if she had kids, I wasn't looking for kids, but when we were on the online, we met online. I didn't put in no kids. So I was open
Mm.
to it.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
most men are open to it based on the relationship that you have with the father of their children.
mm,
Do they have access to you? Not the kids. Do
mhm,
they have access to you? Do they just call at any time of the day? Do you get up and go where they are? Are you taking family pictures together
mhm,
with him, even though you're not in a relationship? Are you free or are you still connected to him? So that's the level of importance to me. And not that do you have kids, but how are the kids? Are they disciplined? Are they kids that listen? And what the relationship is with the father of your children. So it's probably at about a 4, 5 level. It's not a deal breaker for most men, even though most men, you know, especially when you listen to different podcasts you see on
mhm,
TV, most men don't say anything.
mhm,
But when it comes down to it, most men are open to being with women that have kids. And I'm talking about healthy provider energy men. I'm talking about 6, 7 figure earners are open to women with kids if the woman has the right energy and if the man doesn't have access to you.
Okay, so what you're saying, it's more about the boundaries that that woman has with
Hmm.
the father of the
Yes,
kids than it is about her actually having kids,
correct.
which makes complete sense. So, ladies, if you struggle in that area, that is an area I really encourage you to grow stronger in,
Yes,
to heal in, having those healthy boundaries so that you can have that energetic space for your new husband to come into the picture, because that's going to turn off a lot of men
yes,
if the father of your children just has complete access to you at
yes,
all times.
yes,
Yeah, and which,
definitely.
I mean, it's the same thing if it was flipped around,
Yeah,
right? Like no woman wants to be with a man where the baby mama just has access to
yes,
him all the time. Like that
yes,
would be a complete deal breaker for
yes,
me,
yes.
1000%.
And start
Yeah.
start meeting them in public places, not
Yeah.
going over the house
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be open.
Mhm.
Everything needs to show that you're not connected with them in a romantic way.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's so good. I mean, I was even looking at that, not that you had kids,
Hmm.
but you were previously engaged.
Yes.
You had like a whole wedding
Yes.
planned out. And so that was something I was also looking at,
Mm.
seeing, how long has it been
Yeah.
since that relationship ended?
Yes.
Does that person still have access to
Yes.
you? Are you still friends? Like
Yeah.
all of those
Yeah.
things. Have you healed? What have you done for your
Yes.
healing? Because all of those things matter. So even if you're divorced or you've gone through a bad breakup, the man
Mm.
is going to look at, hey, have you healed?
Yeah.
Or do
Definitely.
you still have feelings for that guy? Or are you
Definitely.
still jaded and angry at him
Hmm.
too? Right? You need to
So
heal
true.
that. Okay,
Yes.
that's so, so good. She is easily triggered.
Oh.
So she might look good, but she just tends to
Yes.
get triggered easily. How important is that to a
If
man?
she's easily triggered, a healthy masculine energy man, that's probably right there at a 10 if
Mm,
she's easily triggered because it affects so many different areas. You can't even build with someone who's easily triggered because no matter what you do, no matter what
mm,
you say, it could potentially trigger her. And now you're walking around on eggshells as a man. Okay, like how does this affect her? What does she think about this? Is she going to be upset because
mhm,
I said this? Is she going to be upset because, I didn't call, I called a minute late, or I didn't do this, I forgot to take out the garbage. Like
yeah,
everything triggers her. It would be hard for a man's nervous system to
mhm,
really be with you because now he can't truly be himself. And most healthy masculine energy men, if you're easily triggered, it won't even get past the first date. It
mm,
won't get far at all because he sees where this is going
mhm,
and this is not something that he's willing to invest in. He's not willing to invest his time, energy, resources in someone who's super triggered just by everything. And as well, what it
mhm,
can potentially do if you're easily triggered and you're out and about, he's taking you to functions, things
mhm,
like that.
mhm,
It's hard for him to trust you.
mm,
He can't trust you in certain environments. He can't trust introducing you to people because who knows how you're going to respond. It may be someone at his job and it's a female that he works with and now you're triggered. It's like everything triggers you. A healthy man, it won't get far at all. So that's right up there at a 10, even more so than looks, even more
yeah.
so than everything else. It actually eliminates And if it eliminates anything that's good as far as how good you look, how
Mm,
good you smell, how nice your smile is, that supersedes.
mhm.
Being triggered supersedes all of that. And a man will focus on that and choose to not move forward.
And in these types of situations, that's when you'll find the man will still sleep with you because
Mm-hmm.
he's still physically attracted to you,
Mm-hmm.
but he won't
Yeah,
marry you.
definitely.
Right? He's just not going to go to that next level with you. He really wants to see how you respond in all
Mm-hmm.
different types of
Yeah.
situations. And if you're the type of the girl that's just easily triggered on text message,
Mm-hmm.
on dates, on phone calls, in
Yep.
person, how are you? And so this is when I really encourage you ladies to get healing.
Yeah.
So you're not triggered all the time because you're just going to push people away and
Mm.
really good opportunities and really great men away because they're just not going to deal with it.
So true.
An,
So
an
true.
unhealthy man will go back and forth with you, but a healthy provider, masculine energy man, especially when he has options,
Yeah.
is not going to go back and
Not at
forth
all.
with you. Two more.
Let's
Okay.
do
And
it.
then we're going to get into our magnetic feminine energy formula that makes men
Mm.
obsessed. Okay. Her relationship with God. How important is that?
Her relationship with God is right up there as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
so important, especially for a man who has his own relationship with God.
Yeah.
So if a man has his own relationship with God,
Mm-hmm.
it's right there at a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if a man just kind of, if he doesn't have his relationship with God, and it's
Mm-hmm.
interesting, if he, just believes in the universe or whatever the case is, whatever God he believes in, it's still important that she has a moral compass.
Mm-hmm.
So if he has a relationship with God, which most men in some form have a relationship with God, it's right up there at a
Mm-hmm.
10 for you to have a relationship with God. And one reason why is because it shows that you're able to be led. It
Mm-hmm.
shows that you have something outside of yourself that you trust, because men are looking like, okay, do you trust the masculine? Do you trust me to
Mm-hmm.
lead you? What's your relationship with your brother? What's your relationship with your dad, with your granddad,
Mm-hmm.
with the men in your life? Are
Mm-hmm.
you able to be led by them? If you are, that lets us know without even us asking, do you have a relationship with God? That lets us know off the top that you have some form of relationship with God. Now, do you have to be, go to church every week, or, Bible study every week? That's not necessarily
Mm-hmm.
something that you have to do for a man to say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I want to be with her. But your relationship with God shows in the way that you make your decisions,
Mm-hmm.
in how humble you are, and how you carry yourself, in how you present yourself as a woman to people. So men are looking for these different signs,
Mm-hmm.
but for a man who's led by God, it's right up there at a 10 for him. And it's not much room for movement. Now, men will sleep with you. Men will sleep with you. I don't care if you believe in this God, he believes in that God.
Mm-hmm.
He'll tell
Yeah.
you everything. He'll tell you,
Mm-hmm.
well, you know what, we can work that out. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Be careful about men that tell you that your relationship with God isn't a big deal. They probably are willing to settle for a situationship with you, or they haven't been in a relationship and they're so led by what they see that they're not going deeper into how can we potentially
Yeah.
live together, be together, how, marrying you. They probably don't have great examples of marriage and marriages that work if they're not leading with your relationship with God, if that's not important for them.
Mm-hmm.
So most healthy masculine energy man is right up there at a 9, but I'll say closer to a 10.
That's so good. And ladies, can I just say that you become so much more attractive to the masculine of all different religions when you are a woman of God, when you
Mm-hmm.
have that solid faith.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because for you to really be in your magnetic feminine energy, you need to trust. You need to trust the masculine. And even if there's no man around, you trust in God as your provider,
Mm-hmm.
protector, you're just more relaxed. You're just a more relaxed woman. You're not anxious and stressed and
Yep.
uptight. You're not full of unforgiveness and bitterness.
Yeah.
And those are qualities that make you very
Yeah.
attractive to the masculine. Another thing is a lot of times women of God are celibate.
Mm.
They're practicing celibacy.
Yeah.
They're not out partying and getting drunk. And all of these things make you so attractive
Yes.
as a woman. So I'm not saying, develop a relationship with God for those reasons, but I'm just, in my experience, you just become way more attractive
Yes.
to all different types of men when you have a really healthy relationship with God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And
true.
and likewise, right? Like men are more attractive to women when they are men of God
Mm-hmm.
because they have discipline in their
Yes.
life, they have morality in their life, they have self-control, and it just makes you attractive to the opposite
Yes,
sex when you're like that.
definitely.
Okay, last but not least, how important is it for the man that the woman is in shape? And it doesn't
Uh,
matter how old she is, but
yes.
she's in shape.
If you've listened to any of our times together,
Yeah.
you know that this right here is right up there at a 10 for men. And the reason why is men are looking, and men are attracted to what they see.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're seeing you and it's like, okay, she's attractive, because I know some of you ladies may hear this as well, and it's no knock against you,
Mm-hmm.
but you may hear like, okay, she has a cute face.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that can be the worst thing to say to a woman, because it's like, okay, so what about the rest of me? And men don't want to be rude in most
Mm-hmm.
cases. They don't want to say things that may hurt you. But the reality is, being attracted to you, your body, is something that really draws a man to be attracted to you. Then they get to know you a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But men think about so many different things. Is she lazy? Is she someone that takes care of herself? Is she someone that's active? All of these thoughts go through a man's mind.
Mm-hmm.
But being thin in a waist for a man is so key. And we know it's different type of body
Yeah.
sizes. Men like, different type of body size. But in general,
Yeah.
it's important that you're in shape, because that's something that draws the attention of a man. If you're not in shape, unfortunately, a man won't even get to know how nice of a person you are. They won't get to know all your good qualities, because they won't be attracted to you in a lot of cases.
Yeah, and it's not about being a skinny mini, ladies. It's about embracing your body type. And remember what I said, you're the perfect type of pretty for your husband. Your husband is going to be very attracted to your body type. But in general, ladies, we're keeping it 100% real
Mm,
with you. If you are back on the dating scene and you want to open up your options as a
yeah.
woman to high quality, high value men that want to provide for you and marry you, you open up that dating pool
Yes.
significantly when you're in shape as a woman. And it doesn't matter if you're in your 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s,
Hmm.
20s. When you are in shape as a woman, once again, you don't need to be a bodybuilder or anything like that, but
Not at all.
you take care of your body, okay? You look like you actually care about your body and you take care of it. That's what we're talking about. When you are like that, you're going to open up so many options for yourself as a
Mm,
woman, especially if you're a mom. Okay, so for me, I've had 4 kids.
hmm.
I understood this going back in the dating scene, that I need to take care of how I look if I'm wanting to attract a high quality
Yeah.
man with four, and I have 4 kids.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
in my late 30s, so it's not like I'm 20 years old.
Yeah.
So as you get older as a woman, it's actually easier for you to stand out,
Mm,
because not a lot of women take care of themselves in their 50s and
yeah.
60s, even 40s. So you stand out so much as a woman when you take care of your body. And we see this all the time, because the women that we coach in the
Hmm.
Feminine Energy Academy, they're dating and they're attracting so many men, and they're in
Hmm.
their 40s, 50s, and
Yes,
60s. Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. So now let's jump into our magnetic feminine energy formula that makes men completely obsessed with you. So I'm going to tell you the 4 things, and you let me know what you think, honey,
Okay.
about this, okay? But in my experience coaching well over 1,000 women,
Yeah.
we have done that together. Well over 1,000 women, many of them gotten engaged and married in all different age groups,
Yes.
okay? From women from all around the world. This is what I've noticed. These are the 4 key ingredients for women that
Yes.
just have men flocking to
Yes.
them.
Let me hear what they are. I'm
Okay.
definitely
Uh,
interested in this.
So, number one key that will make you stand out so much, make them completely obsessed with you, is your warm energy.
Mm,
So, a lot of times women are beautiful on the outside. You're smart, you're successful, whatever, but your energy is kind of cold.
mm-hmm.
And so, this is how you're communicating with him. We're talking the dating app phase,
Mm-hmm.
the text messaging phase, going on dates,
Yeah.
even all the way into marriage, right? So when you're really, really warm as a woman, you're just going to have people, not only just men, you're going to have people magnetized to
Yes.
you. They want to be in that warm
Mm,
energy.
that's so true.
So, number two is a woman that's in her feminine confidence. So, this is a woman that obviously has done some inner healing.
Mm,
She is confident in her feminine energy, not in her masculine. So, a woman, there's a lot of women walk around that are very confident in their masculine. That means your masculine is your doing energy.
mm-hmm.
So, all the stuff that you do for people, that's your masculine energy. So you've built businesses, you're a realtor, you're
Mm-hmm.
a doctor, a
Yeah.
coach, a business owner, you're a great mom, you're just doing stuff for
Yes.
everybody. You serve at church. That's that doing energy. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay. Your feminine energy and your feminine confidence is you are so confident in who you are, meaning that you're not in that needy, desperate pick me energy. You have standards,
Yes.
you have boundaries, you prioritize yourself, you know that you're expensive. People don't just have access to you. Okay, you're not killing yourself over giving to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing stuff that make you look and feel delicious. That's your feminine confidence. Okay, and people are just completely
Yes.
obsessed with women like that. Okay, number 3. This is your favorite, I know. Is she looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She
Yeah.
looks good. He's attracted to her. People are attracted to her. And it's because you take care of how you look. Okay. And once again, not in a masculine way, you take care of your look in a feminine energy way. And so the stuff that we teach our ladies in the Feminine Energy Academy and on this channel, you take care of your hair, your skin, your body. You look good. So you feel good. And
Mm-hmm.
because of that, you just attract so much better.
Yes. Yes. Great point.
I know it's your favorite. Okay, and then last but not least, so so important. This is what makes you really magnetic is you're completely detached. So this is a woman, and this does not mean you have walls up. There's a very big difference, okay? So you're detached. So what that means is you don't get emotionally connected and attached to a man too quickly,
Yeah.
where before he's put a ring on your finger. You are not obsessing and overthinking about some dude. You're not stuck in situationships where men are just draining your energy. You have, going back to that confidence, you have that feminine confidence to put yourself out there to be seen by different men, online, offline, different cities, how we teach our ladies. But you're detached. You're not overthinking, you're not obsessing, you're not feeling bad about
Mm-hmm.
yourself because he texted you back or he didn't text you back or he ghosted you. No, you are just in your fun, warm, confident
Mm-hmm.
energy, totally detached, totally unbothered, and living your best soft girl life.
No, I think those 4 points are on point. Of course, we always know you have to look good. I don't care how much work you do. I don't care. I don't care how your energy feels.
Yeah.
It'll never attract that man. So, but the warmness, because what happens a lot of times with men,
Mhm.
they enjoy being around you. It's something about you. And that's one of those intangible things
Mhm.
that they can't put their finger on, but they
Yeah.
just enjoy being in your presence. And I
Mhm.
know we talk about it as well when we stopped talking. It
Mhm.
was about me having access, being in your presence that was missing.
Mhm.
So, not understanding, but knowing being around you makes them feel better.
Mhm.
It makes them feel relaxed.
Mhm.
Men love that, and men will do whatever they need to do
Yeah.
to get in your presence, won't even know why. It's like
Yeah.
some secret sauce you have as a woman, some
Yeah.
magic potion that you
Mm.
have
Mm.
that men are attracted to. So really that warm feeling,
Mhm.
being in your feminine, that's so important.
Mhm.
And what we teach the ladies, because all 4 points are on point, what we
Yeah.
teach the ladies is really about what you're doing because you have the power. It's not about him having the power. Okay, what do I need to do for him? No, what do you need to do for yourself? Because men are so attracted to women that are unbothered. And I know one of the points
Mm.
you gave as well, a woman that's detached.
Mhm.
A woman that's detached probably gets more men that's after her than a woman who's just out there. She's at every party. She wants to be seen. Men look at her like she's for the guys.
Mhm.
She's not someone who's kept. When you just have to be everywhere, you're chasing men around. But when you're detached, you're open to relationships, you're open to getting to know people, but you're detached from whatever comes of it. That draws a man in so much
Mhm.
because a man is trying to figure out, what do I need to do
Mhm.
to get her on my team, to have her, someone that I'm able to date exclusively,
Mhm.
potentially marry, because she seems like, whatever I'm saying or doing, it doesn't work with her.
Mhm.
So what do I need to do to get in front of her so she's paying attention to me, so she only wants to talk to me? So that being detached, something that you did
Mhm.
as well, being
Mhm.
detached will have a man move countries,
Yep.
will have a man do whatever he needs to do
Mhm.
to get in your presence so he can show you. Now he's in his proving as a
Yes.
man. He's like, let
Yeah.
me show her why she doesn't need to be detached from me.
That's right.
Right? So being
Good.
detached, having that skill set is so key as a woman because it does what you thought being in his face did. You thought being in his face made him want to be around you more, but it's the opposite. Being in his face makes him not want to be around you, but detaching makes him want to be around
That was so well
you.
explained, honey. I'm so glad we got that recorded. Ladies, and I mean, that's exactly what happened in our
Yeah.
situation. I was completely detached from Coach B. And
Hmm.
ladies, you will not be able to stay detached in the dating phase until marriage until you heal your nervous system. I will promise you that. Okay. Of course, this is an area we specialize in and help you, ladies. So we will leave the links below. You can click them below. You have a free 7-day trial to jump in. We offer you the free trial because we are so confident in our results that we get our women. We've helped well over 1,000 women, help them re regulate their nervous system, their feminine energy, and even their hormones. So we'll leave that in there for you. And also let us know in the comments what you think. We want to hear from you.
Yes.